paid for. No car notes. Go play ho.
Yeah. It's day to day by day. We up in school trying to make life better. It's day to day by day. We up in this bag trying to make life better. Day to day, we in by bay. And up in this boat trying to make life better. Yeah. If it ain't making no money, we don't know about it. If you ain't changing the game, you just slow about it. Ice bipolar grip, payola, we can make a show about it. Cause it's a want to paper potty, come no more about it. Yeah, off bed, we're back TV, might be sure about it. It's day to day by day. We up in this bag, trying to make life better. Yeah, day to day by day. We up in this bag, trying to make life better.
Bills paid for, house paid for. No car notes. Go play ho.
Yeah. It's day to day by day. We up in school trying to make life better. It's day to day by day. We up in this bag trying to make life better. Yeah. Day to day, we in by bay. And up in this boat trying to make life better. Yeah. If it ain't making no money, we don't know about it. If you ain't changing the game, you just slow about it.
I'm never satisfied. She want a pad to slide. She want me to lavish her life. She don't need a man just to vibe, babe. What's the price? Name your size. Love ain't blind. She saw dollar signs, so I'm not surprised. She had her eyes on me. She had her eyes on me. Hey. I'm never satisfied. I think I want a slice of the pie. I think I wanna go for a ride. I'm just trying to have a good time. Hey, we can hang on the vine. Pillows on the couch, we can recline. Chill, you ain't gotta whine. She said I want all of your time. Got a good view, no skyline. I'm finna ball out. Can't put me in a box, I'm all out. And she told me I'm a type, but I'm not the only one she calls out. Got a good vibe when you call out slide. But when I pull up, just know I won't stay long. In my zone, better leave me alone. Hey, on the bass with the trombone. It feel like we in a time zone. In a drought, better stay in your zone. I've been busy, had to cut off my phone. Hey. I'm never satisfied. I think I want a slice of the pie. I think I wanna go for a ride. I'm just trying to have a good time. Hey, we can hang on the vine. Pillows on the couch, we can recline. Chill, you ain't gotta whine. She said I want all of your time. Yeah. Had her eyes on me. She 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 had her eyes on me. I'm never satisfied. She want a pad to slide. She want me to lavish her life. She don't need a man, just a vibe, babe. What's the price? Name your size. Love ain't blind. She saw dollar signs, so I'm not surprised. She had her eyes on me. She had her eyes on me. Hey. I'm never satisfied. I think I want a slice of the pie. I think I wanna go for a ride. I'm just trying to have a good time. Hey, we can hang on the vine. Pillows on the couch, we can recline. Chill, you ain't gotta whine. She said I want all of your time. Got a good view, no skyline. I'm finna ball out. Can't put me in a box, I'm all out. And she told me I'm a type, but I'm not the only one she calls out. Got a good vibe when you call out slide. But when I pull up, just know I won't stay long. Hey, my son better leave me alone. Hey, on the bass with the trombone. It feel like we in a time zone. In a drought, better stay in your zone. I've been busy, had to cut off my phone. I've been busy, had to cut off my phone.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Crystal. Hi, cuz.
Hi, babies.
Good
I'm
evening.
good and y'all red. I would have bounced off of y'all because I got on green.
This wasn't even playing. And I don't know why
It wasn't. I'm burning up. I done got hot. Hey, Els.
Hey, beautiful. I figured this shit the fuck out. I'm sorry. I figured it out. It took me a long time.
I was wondering where you was at. We miss you.
I miss y'all too.
Really
I've been jacked up, y'all. I've been jacked up. So
I heard. Welcome back, though.
yeah.
That is not good. Honey.
No bueno.
Great. Is that how your hair was when I see you? You had your hair down.
Yeah, I had it down. I went and got it done Monday.
Okay.
I went and got it done Monday. I don't know. I thought about getting it done prior to that, but the way shit been going, I ain't feel like it, so I went and get it done Monday.
Yeah.
Good, honey.
Thank you. That's the reason I had the hat on, Hosh. That's the reason I had the hat on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I got it on again. Well, Crystal, you look beautiful. Hi. And of course, we got the beautiful goddess Tamar Tafari in the building, of course. Beautiful sister.
Hey, Tamar. Hey, Crystal.
Hey.
Tamar is here. It is safe, Els. And Crystal, she hitting curves and
not in hit it.
Wait, what?
And I got a little whiplash going on with my neck and my side and my ankle.
Tamar, what?
Because I was being nosy, trying to see. I was driving past the bank, and I seen the lights on, and I seen the car sitting. I thought that bank didn't stay open all night. So back around, I seen the curve, y'all, and I did some superwoman stuff. I swerved, and thank God wasn't no car coming towards me. And I swerved in the middle lane, but it was another lane where the oncoming traffic was coming, but wasn't none coming. And then I had to straighten the wheel up, so my body was. And then when I got home an hour later, I said, "Why do I got a slight headache? Why is my neck hurting?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said, freaking whiplash that quick. But this only been like 2 hours ago.
Wow.
2 hours ago.
You okay?
Thank God you okay, and thank God it wasn't another car next to you.
I am so thankful.
Oh,
but
bless.
that was a warning to pay attention.
Yeah.
My husband call it rubbernecking.
That's what I was doing.
You was rubbernecking?
Looking to see if the bank was open.
and I
Did you
got
need to
you.
go to the bank though?
Yes.
See,
So, y'all, let's get started. Good evening, y'all, and welcome to Women Wednesday, of course. Welcome back, Els, twin in the building tonight. And I don't have let me put the stream up here of what we gonna talk about. It's just a topic,
Don't
but
forget to do the hey, don't forget to do the disclaimer.
right.
yeah, we gotta do that. See, I be needing my girls, honey. I forget that quick. Hold on. Let me see. All right, let me do the disclaimer, everybody, and we be right back.
Disclaimer for Day-to-Day Podcast. The opinions, submissions, and topics discussed on the Day-to-Day Podcast are solely those of the individuals expressing them. They do not reflect the brand integrity of Day-to-Day, and the brand does not persuade or influence anyone's perspective. This podcast is intended for a mature audience only. Please be advised that participation in any topic discussed on the podcast may lead to your perspective being respectfully challenged. However, it will never be addressed personally. We do not tolerate any disrespect or personal attacks during discussions. Furthermore, we reserve our rights without prejudice or recourse. Parental advisory is encouraged for all listeners. Thank you for watching.
All right, and we're back.
You know it didn't speak.
You
It
ain't
did.
hear it?
And I ain't hear it.
I heard it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to say, shit, what's going on now?
My other phone and it didn't come through. But as long as
Somebody
so
Chris said he heard it, so it's out. He heard
Okay.
it, so I don't know why you didn't hear it, but it was. I guess it was on there though.
yeah, you seen the words coming by too. So
Okay, cool. So, tonight, y'all, I wanted to discuss. You could. I wanted to discuss. If y'all can see, it says our schools empowering our children or programming them, right? But we gonna talk about some other things and throw out some jewels tonight. But first, I want to throw up this message from a friend of mine that I went to school with, grew up with. He made a post tonight, and I want to read it real quick before we get into it. So I'm gonna add it on here real quick. Let me know if y'all can see that, because I can't read this shit. Can you see that? I can see it. I can see it. So it says,
smile over here.
Felipe, he says, I swear young people today are more stupid than they are violent.
Mm-hmm.
They're so stupid that someone can pay them to do a hit and they'll do it in broad daylight in front of everyone and get caught before they can collect the money.
Mm-hmm.
The violence will go down as common sense goes up. What he said, they lack the ability to determine if a situation is worth losing their freedom. That's deep.
Yeah.
And with that being said, did y'all see the video with them little kids at Kroger's?
No.
I'm about to play that real quick. So today in North College Hill, I don't know if y'all know where North College Hill Kroger's is at.
Yep, I know where that's at.
Hamilton, right when you get on the Ronald Reagan
Cross
Highway.
County.
Yeah, Cross County. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna play that video real quick. But all these kids, where they parents at? That's what I want to know. Like, not where they parents. What time do they supposed to be at home from school? Because mine's
supposed to have happened.
I'm about to show you right after school. I'm about to show you a clip. Mine
still at work.
The parents might still be at work. They might. Yeah. They might.
It had to be
I'm gonna show the video real quick.
Premeditated. They planned this.
Yeah, this was planned by these kids, though. Is my point.
I call it a Kroger's heist.
Yeah, they planned this. These kids, like,
These kids these days just do too much. Like they just do too much. Like we never did 3/4 of the things that these kids do today.
No, I was scared. My mama would have.
You hear me?
Man, my mama wasn't playing with me. I'm about to show y'all this video real quick though. Check this video out.
That's your college. Oh
my gosh.
That's crazy. I know.
And just came over here and you went to the beer section.
They just start throwing shit. That's what? That's crazy.
Hey,
so
that's crazy.
All them children, like what? Did y'all see all them kids though? Like they had to set that up.
Oh yeah.
To do that, because how would all of them know to go to that Kroger? That all of them go in there and raid it and do all of that.
I wish my kids would. They wouldn't even. They nah. I think that it comes to the parents. They not doing enough. Like I don't know if they. You know what I'm saying? Like with me when I was young, they don't instill the fear of God in these kids to the point where you be scared to do shit. Like I was scared to do stuff because I wasn't trying to see Tanya when I get home.
I know
these kids ain't scared. They ain't scared.
Are they scared?
I keep on saying you got to be your kids itching they boot. If y'all remember way back, I said you got to be in your kids itching they boot. My kids knew they had a timer. It was a certain time that you called me when you got out of school. If I didn't get that call, it was on.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
What you
exactly?
I think it's more. She's still talking. Can't hear her though. Can't hear you, Crystal. What happened?
Can y'all hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah.
I
heard you.
Oh, that's the okay.
Yeah,
it's a delay.
Yeah.
I think when we say that we fear our parents, I think it's more respect and honor than fear. You know, even though I don't think that our parents were trying to instill fear in us, but that respect kind of trickled down a little bit as a form of fear. But it's more of a form of respect and knowing your boundaries. And these children, they don't have it, not all of them, but a mass majority of them, they don't have that fear, that respect and honor and reverence for their parents. And that's because some of the parents be trying to be these children's friends.
That part right there.
Let them sit up all in your conversation. You're smoking weed with them. You let them come in and do what the hell they want to do. They cuss around. You know what I'm saying? That they don't have any discipline. They don't have enough discipline and any boundaries. And it's not always the parents' fault, because you do have very decent parents and then you have out of control children. And then sometimes you have good children and out of control parents. So it's like a polarity and a duality, you know.
I agree with
that. And it's you know, and then we got to think about the times that we're living in now. The children are watching video games, listening to this vulgar music. They're not enforced to do chores. They're not forced to get jobs. My sons, when they were 9 and 10 years old, they had jobs. They did paper routes. They shoveled snow. They cleaned out basements. They raked leaves. You know, they wanted to have their own money. You know, they wanted to, you know, be something, even at 9 and 10 and 11-year-olds. So it's a lot of change in this day and time. It's like you know, and change is, nothing is permanent in life except change. So we're dealing with a whole different generation.
Monster.
And then you also got to remember that some parents are scared of the court system. That's the big problem.
Yeah, because the court systems took the rights away of parents disciplining their children on a physical level, and that's a whole nother conversation, because I don't agree on physically. I used to, but as I got older, I whooped my first group of children, because I got 3 groups, because I didn't had it, the whole tribe. So the first group got that ass pack. The second group, they got a little bit. And then the third group, I didn't do no physical whooping. It was punishments and taking things away from them.
Right.
Now I don't advocate physically whooping a child, because why do you have to use physical force or a form of hurting the child to make them do something? So I don't agree with whooping like I did when I was younger, when I was raising my first group of children.
And that's what Chris said. He said exactly, Chris. He said he don't think are raised properly now because they're not disciplined. He said, but these kids go to scout and tell their teachers that they get hit, and CPS gets called on them also.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that children need to be scared to call CPS. The parents, I don't want to call CPS. Like, I don't want to go to foster care.
That's what's gonna wind up happening.
My children. Well, I used to scare my kids. I used to tell them, if you tell this or tell that, y'all going to foster care. Y'all gonna get raped.
I'm hollering, Hush.
Like, my kids would tell you. I used to tell them that I did, and so they were scared to death. But I didn't beat my kids anyway. I didn't have to. Like, my kids would be scared to run through Kroger's and do all of that, thinking that they would think that I'm gonna find out. My son, that's another story. He probably be in the group with them. But my daughters, they didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I want to ask a question. Do y'all feel confident in what your children is being taught in school?
No. That's the reason why I taught at home.
So I had Poppy home. We homeschooled Poppy for through the 7th and the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade.
Hey,
that's good.
Was he ready to go back in school though?
He was so ready he was so ready to be back in brick and mortar, but just being able to be here with him and go through the lessons and help him out where he needed help. Like, people who say that homeschool stuff, like when you go through a company like a K through 12 or something like that, those teachers are way more hands-on, way more attentive, way more helpful than the brick and mortar teachers.
Because it's a whole different breed of the mentality is different. Like, a lot of you have plenty of teachers that are young. They're not too much.
Yeah, you do. And they having sex with these kids.
Yeah, so you have a lot of these teachers that's young, and they don't have because what's so deep. When I was in school, we had older teachers. A lot of our teachers were older.
They were. I didn't see no younger ones.
And we had one young teacher, and he was so fine.
Girl, it's one fine when
it was only one, but he was so fine.
But it's like everything is just so different now, y'all. When I say different,
it is different.
I mean almost like the total opposite
from when I was growing up, for sure.
Yeah.
Who should teach the morals and life skills? Parents or schools? Parents.
Parents.
It starts at home.
Mm-hmm.
It starts at home. And that's what make the children go to school and be respectful.
Exactly.
What I have a problem with is that some of these parents aren't realistic when it comes to their children. It's like your child. You know if your child is a little rowdy. You know if your child is a little mouthy. You know if your child be stealing. You know your child. So when when the school call you and tell you that your child has done something or whatever, I have a problem with these parents talking about, that's not my baby would never do nothing like that. They would never. Nah, your baby did that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
so parents don't be holding their kids accountable for shit that they be doing. They be trying to act like it's a lie, knowing good and well that your child is off the chain. There's no unity between the parent and the teachers. I always tell teachers at my kids' school, like, hey, stuff go wrong, call me. Don't feel no way, call me.
I think that social media is influencing kids more than the parents and the schools.
Yep.
And the games is influencing the children and these iPads and
Right.
But
all
as
that.
the parents, we don't limit their screen time.
Right.
So who really at fault?
Right.
I think the kids are looking at these reality shows and they imagining that they could get rich quick.
Yeah.
And
Bad.
the parents not regulating and telling them, yeah, you see this on TV, but that's not realistic.
Right.
This is just for show. And kids don't recognize that, you know. So that's the reason why they do certain things. That's why you see kids, when y'all were first talking about how kids murder people and don't have no kind of conscience or, you know, no morals about it. That's because they see these on video games and on these movies that they watch, you know, they want to be gangsters.
Desensitized.
What's that game that they play all the time?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah. Where they get the cars and all that stuff and be shooting.
Grand Theft Auto when they get the cars.
Grand Theft Auto. Okay.
So this is a deep question, y'all. This is serious. Should financial literacy be mandatory in schools?
Yes.
Yes.
They taught that to my son in high school. They actually had a class on financial literacy.
And on top of that financial, they need to bring back the vocational classes like wood shop, auto mechanics. They need to bring all that back.
What is the cooking? What was
home ec?
Economics.
Yeah.
Cosmetology. Yeah, we had all of that when we were in high school. And what I feel is that they've replaced the educational system with the iPads and with the video games and with the music. All of this is influencing our children, and the parents are just as involved in this behavior as well.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these shows, Housewives and Baddies, and the children are basically mimicking what they're around and what they see, you know. And it's not enough, you know, it's not enough hands-on and enough life experience and training that's in school. Our children should be learning etymology, the true meaning of words. They should be learning home economics, how to cook, how to clean.
Absolutely.
They should be learning more about health awareness, how to keep their hygienes, how to abstain from sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they should learn carpentry, auto mechanics,
how to fill out applications.
Yes.
About how to have an interview. How about that?
Yeah,
all that.
Yes. And they're not
all that in school. I took bookkeeping up in school.
Yep, I think I did accounting. Yep, accounting.
Yeah, but what schools are teaching they're
not.
They're not teaching it. And what it was, they put all these unnecessary tests.
Yeah.
And the test was only to prevent the black kids to progress. But when they start realizing that their kids wasn't progressing, that's when they start changing up these tests.
And if we really think about it, schools are nothing but a prison pipeline.
Yeah,
that part.
The way that schools are set up, prisons are set up the same way. Where uniforms,
yep.
Stand in line, you got to raise your hand when you got to use the bathroom when you're answering a question. And it's not conducive for our children really being productive individuals in this society. It's not. And and it's also School was really created so that the parents can go pick that cotton, and the schools are babysitters while we
daycare.
work for these corporations. That's what it is. That's exactly why you go work your 8 hours, 5-6 days. They're being babysitted in a prison pipeline because schools are supposed to be created to educate our children about the Constitution, learning about the amendment, learning their human rights, their civil rights. So if they get in trouble and they got to go to court, they don't need a lawyer. They know law. They can defend themselves.
Right.
They're not teaching none of that in school. They
No,
should
they're not.
3 and 4 or 5 different languages. You know, that's what school is supposed to be for, not to make you a fool. Because that's what the school system is. To make
They don't want to set these kids up for success.
No.
They setting them up to fail.
Yeah.
It's all propaganda.
Is education system failing? Do y'all feel that the education system is failing the Black community more than anything, or does that matter about the schooling? Like where?
Yeah, because your school district matters,
right? Because if you recognize it, I want to point something out. If you recognize it, before it was more Blacks moving out to like Lakota East and all that. Lakota East used to be top, like Wyoming. They was top ranking schools. Now that the Blacks are moving out, have you noticed that their school ranks are falling or failing?
I ain't noticed.
You check their records. Lakota East, their records is not like they used to be back in the days when we were going to school. That's because we didn't have a lot of Blacks living out there. Now that you're seeing a lot of Blacks because they open it up for Section 8 and all that stuff, and people moving out there thinking that they arrived, they're not paying attention that their school districts is failing.
And they are. They
Do y'all think that the teachers are like overwhelmed and underpaid where they don't care?
Teachers are definitely underpaid.
But you also got to remember, we got more younger teachers than we do have older teachers.
Yes.
Now.
Yes.
Yeah, now you got more younger teachers, and these younger teachers, they just now getting out of college, so they the same as these kids that's coming in learning.
Yep, they get the same kind of mindset. They get the same rah-rah in them. They get the same that these kids in the class, because they not too far off their age. These little kids that they teach is like siblings.
Yeah. And I always said, because when I did children's service, and we was talking about children's service, when I did children's service, I always said that those type of positions, teachers, children's service, you have to have life experience before you can get those positions. Even if you went to school, I feel like those positions you need life experience. Because when I did children's service, I would never forget a caseworker. Once she started having children, she said, if I knew what I know now, I wouldn't have took that kid out that house. And if I wasn't at work, I probably would have put my fist in her mouth, because I had told her, do not take that kid out the house, put a home health aide in that house. But she wanted to be gun-ho and took that kid out the house. Vice versa, like the teachers. If you knew certain things of having your own children, it'd be a certain way you go in that classroom, conduct with your other kids.
I agree with that.
I think definitely being a parent helps you out when you're dealing with other people's children.
Yeah,
because you kind of get the gist of saying how to deal with kids, because you'll be like, I know kids they potentially be telling lies, they potentially be doing they potentially be trying to do things that they ain't got no business or whatnot. They try you, basically they trying you.
Yeah.
You got to understand that if they, if a child is trying to try you, and let them know, like, nah, ain't no try in me. I know a lot of kids that, I know a lot of kids that could be considered like bad kids. I don't know, ain't really no bad kids, but it's, kids that just don't have a,
they labeled at the school.
Right. a lot of them, if you get them and you give them structure and discipline, they'll fall right in line.
Yeah.
I think that's where the system comes in on IEP, because they made IEP for Black kids.
You think so?
Yes, to make more money. It's more money. So that's why they always, I think they should be on IEP. You should put them on IEP. You should put them on this or on the med, sort of. You should put them on this, or you should do this, you should do that. If you notice, if your child is like acting up in school and stuff like that, they automatically pull out the IEP. They label it. And IEP is actually for children, for our Black children. That's what we don't know. They immediately they met up and they said, we just gonna, if they acting up or if they this, we gonna put them on IEP because we get paid.
So I don't know if it's just that you have to know the school system, but I have a friend of mine who works for Cincinnati Public. Works at CPS, so she knows all the tips and tricks or whatnot. She actually put her son on an IEP. You know what I'm saying? Because when he was on the IEP, you got extra tutoring services, you got extra things, you know what I'm saying, that she was utilizing. Not to say that he was slow or anything like that, but he got extra services, you know what I'm saying, that he wouldn't have got if he didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? And he was
working extra time and taking his test, because some people are not good test takers.
That part.
You know, they could be smart as a whip, but when it come down to that test, they freeze up.
Yep, anxiety set in, you know what I'm saying, nervousness, second guessing.
You know, oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna start with Tamar. If you could remove one curriculum from the schools, what would that be?
One curriculum.
Like, reading, math. Yeah.
Shit, none of it, because they need all of it. If anything, I would add some shit to it.
I think they need to remove algebra.
I mean, it's
at 5 years old.
Math numbers are very powerful.
They are,
and I mean, some of the math is we don't use it. You know what I'm saying? Most of the math we use is adding, subtraction, multiplication, division, algebra, and what is the other one?
Yes.
All of that, we're not really using that unless you're some sort of engineer or scientist or something like that. But maybe parts of math that I would remove. But they need English along with other languages. 3 or 4 different languages should be taught in school.
Mm-hmm.
They need, gym. They need health, biology.
Somebody said history.
So
I was getting ready to say that history.
we even need history, even if it's,
I think we do,
even if it's miseducation, because if you're teaching a form of history and it's not really related to us, then that's still giving you the opportunity to learn about somebody else's history. But we're not really learning too much about our own history in the school system. So it will be more adding than taking away for me.
So do y'all feel that kids are learning more about identity or integrity in school?
They definitely ain't learning integrity.
They ain't learning integrity and they ain't learning identity.
I was just about to say that.
Neither.
I was gonna say neither.
Yeah. Now, I will say certain schools, I feel it's pushing the homosexual.
Oh yeah, they pushing that. They even got books
pushing it.
They're pushing the
transgender.
They're pushing the transgender. They're pushing the men on men, women on women. It's just so good. It's just perfect to do. There's nothing wrong with it. That to me is disgusting. And I'm sorry.
These kids got too many choices. They get too much freedom. They got too much, it's too much of what you want to do. Like,
there's no structure.
Yeah, like you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's like
discipline.
You know what I'm saying? Like at some point in time, you got to have it where, you know what I'm saying, you making all the decisions for your child. You know what I'm saying? I understand when some parents want to get, when they get older, they want to, you know what I'm saying, their child to be able to be express themselves or whatever, whatnot. But no, like it's a you can do that to a point. Like you can still raise your child, you know what I'm saying, and they be, you know what I'm saying, they be vocal or whatever, whatnot, and not be disrespectful. You can still raise your child where they're able to express themselves without being disrespectful, you know. So like I just think that like they got too much, you know what I'm saying, we let them do too much. You know what I'm saying? We let them have these cell phones, let them get on the internet, we let them have social media, you know what I'm saying? We let them, you know,
smoke,
be around other children that you don't know the who these kids are. Like I
Right.
kept kids hostage. Like spend a night over where?
Right.
What
I
they
don't know them people.
smoke, drink, but they
Spend
with the parents.
You
when
want
they
who to come spend the night? I don't know them people.
Right.
You got cousins. You got cousins. You can them your friends. You don't have no friends. You got cousins and siblings.
So do you feel that we're so focused on our children going to college versus doing trade schools, and would y'all tell your child to go to college or trade school?
Trade school, because I got a degree and I don't use that shit.
I was just about to say
That's
that.
what I show my kids. I told them college is not for everybody, but you gonna do something.
Right.
So you got your choice of going to college, trade school, or the service. That's what I told my kids.
I personally think that where we kind of come up short as parents is that your talent is your form of employment. That's where you become self-sufficient and you become an entrepreneur. And we don't tap into our children's, I like to call them abilities, special abilities. You can call them gifts, you can call them talent, you can call them hobbies, you can call it art, you can call it their creativity. We don't tap into that as parents. My mother didn't come to us and say, what do you like doing? She come to me and say, what you good at doing? We don't do that. And I think that every child should master an instrument, whether it's the flute, the piano, the keyboard, the drum, the guitar. Because it's like an outlet. Once you master something and you are good at it, if you are going through something, you go to that guitar and play it because it's a form of release. So we don't find out what our children's hobbies are,
right?
That they're good at. Because we don't have to go out here and work for somebody else. We don't have to go to college for 4 years and owe all this tuition. Find out what your children are good at, and we're not doing that. We haven't done that. A lot, not everybody,
right?
But many of us as society, we wasn't taught that. It's a lot of things that we've missed out on as far as parenting, and that's only because we didn't have a brick and mortar to say, well, this is what marriage and relationships is about, and this is what parenting is about. So we had to learn as it's like a trial and error. You're learning as you're, going through these motions of becoming a parent, becoming a wife, becoming a father, and we miss out on so much. So this energy is being passed to our children and their children. These children are talented. These children have special abilities, and we are not tapping into it.
I think a lot of it comes from too that we don't, as parents, we don't instill in our kids like going to have a hustle or making a dollar or anything like that. Like me being somebody, like I sold candy in high school, and you know what I'm saying, as my side hustle, and I had a job, but I stole candy because they didn't have the candy in school. It was exam time, ain't nobody got no snacks. You know what I'm saying? I took opportunities to make a few extra dollars. So like we don't instill it in our kids. Like we don't tell that they, you know what I'm saying, we just usually just give, a lot of times we give them things. They don't be like, well, what you gonna give me if I give you this $5? What you gonna do for me? I just ain't gonna give you nothing. Like what you gonna do to get this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You like to make them little rubber band bracelets. You know what I'm saying? You need to make some of them and send them to your little friends. You know what I'm saying? You like to do this. You know what I'm saying? You need to make something. You need to have something that you can monetize. You know what I'm saying? So in case, you know what I'm saying? So you can make money on your own. You don't need nobody else.
I like that.
My son, he used to sell candy too, Yolanda. And my daughter, she used to make those rubber keychains where they used to tie it up and make bangles at it. Yeah, we were some entrepreneurs over here. I was like, Mama gonna be y'all first investor.
That part.
When we were children, my father would give us an allowance if we kept our rooms cleaned, if we kept our grades up, and it's like an incentive.
Right.
Saying, and when my sons were younger, they would cut grass, shovel snow, rake leaves, clean people's garages out, and they had a paper route, and they sold candy as well.
Right.
So that, like you were saying, Yolanda, is something that needs to be instilled, as well as tapping into what they are good at. If they're good at cleaning, if they're good at cooking, sewing, building, electronics, carpentry, web design, playing an instrument and playing it good, singing. We got to tap into these children's abilities.
Right.
We don't have to go out here and work for nobody. But the way that the system is designed, it is designed for us to work in these corporations. We should have our own land, growing our own food. We should have a bartering system made up where if you making clothes and I make shoes, you give me 5 dresses, I give you 5 pair of shoes. That ain't happening. This ain't nothing but a form of slavery. We are in modern day slavery. We're still picking cotton. The minimum wage for the maximum slave. When I was 14 years old, I was making $2, if I'm not mistaken, and 15 cents an hour. I was working at 14. I was bringing home $58 every 2 weeks. So if you do the math from 1970, I think it was 77, all the way up to 2026. In some states, minimum wage is still $10.
Right.
Talking about 50-something years later.
Crazy.
Right.
If this ain't slavery, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Exactly.
So
that's the way they set things up, though. You know what I'm saying? We so worried about going to work and providing and stuff that takes away the time that we should be with our children. We should be teaching our children different things and showing them different things. But we're not doing it because we at work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The cost of living is so jacked up, and right now rent is astronomical prices. So people ain't even just got one job; they might have 2.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's only because the families, their goal was to divide and rule, divide and conquer. It's to divide the households. Think about other hues of people. The Jamaicans, the Africans, the Mexicans. They all work collectively together.
They do.
America, we don't do that. The families are divided.
Right.
I have 11 children. We should have 11 acres we should have 12, 13 acres of land.
Yes.
Right.
We should have 4, 5 mansions on that bitch. We should be growing some food. We should have our own form of employment. But this is the agenda that has been created to divide, rule, to separate the families.
Right.
We are separated. Some people can't even go to their own sibling and borrow $50 because they didn't fell out with them.
Right.
But you can go clock in at this Caucasian's plant every day, bow down to him and make him millions while you can't even loan me 50. And we work in 35, 40 years. And then when I retire, if I'm working 40 years, I want to retire a millionaire. Because I millions to your corporation.
And you can't.
But we retiring with getting $3,000 and $4,000.
Gotta go get another job.
And then by the time we 65, 70, we working another job.
Right.
So, I mean, we get beat upside the head all the way around. This ain't the life. This is just not it. But this is where we're at. But we could change it. We just we under this programming. We under a spell. We've accepted this shit. We don't ask no questions. We go along with everything that's in front of us. We don't question, and we're not observant enough. To me, that's the way I feel. And we the same shit to our generation and to their generation, and it's going to continue being a cycle of us not owning nothing, having nothing, being close to each other, building, bonding, loving, and living free.
Right.
So hey, Alethea, what's up with my sis? She said, "How you ladies doing tonight?"
Are great.
Well,
we good.
So I want to shoot out some rapid fires real quick. They just like what you say? Hold on, what she say? She said y'all still at home celebrating Valentine's Day.
I read them.
Hey, nah, because they at home. She see they at home. Like, she like, they at home. They at home. So y'all. Yeah, she said y'all still at home. What y'all at home celebrating?
I wish.
So real quick, homeschool or public?
Homeschool.
Homeschool, of course.
But this is the thing, though.
I want to say public.
I was about to say this is the thing. Who? Me personally, I'm not trying to homeschool my children. I just don't want to. I got other shit to do. I don't have time to be helping you with your project.
And that in lies the problem that we are not able.
So
what it is?
You said you got other things to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Had you didn't have other things to do,
I would do it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. That's where it lies the problem. We be having so many other things that we had to do in order to maintain in our life here, as far as financially and things of that nature, that we don't even have the time to provide things that our children need. Like, we are the best teachers for our children because we know how they learn. We know when they slow.
You just won $1 million.
But I think that they need to interact with other people.
It's this agenda.
So that's the reason why I think they need to go to school, because they need to interact and they need to learn how to maneuver life of different personalities.
I don't have a problem with what y'all saying, but the problem lies is that the root of it is that the schools are bullshit. So if I was a parent in this day and time, I wouldn't dare send my children to that bullshit. I would find ways and means. I would find ways and means to homeschool my children. And they got it designed so that we can't spend time with our children because we're building and making this corporation fucking rich.
Yeah. So like
our children.
My son, Poppy, he was the one that got homeschooled the most. I have a friend that was doing homeschool. Like, you would call, you know what I'm saying? She went through K through 12. You get them set up, get their computers, or their laptops or whatever. And I would drop him off at her house every day for school. She would feed him breakfast and lunch and his snacks. She would go through their schoolwork with him. She give them extra assignments. They had Black History thing. Like, when I say Dee did the dang on thing when she was doing homeschool, it should be more people like that for people who can't do it.
Right.
Absolutely.
We should have more individuals that's like, okay, well, yeah, I do homeschool. You can drop them here. I got a space. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep an eye on them. I'm only got space for this many kids. And we're going to do homeschool. And you know what I'm saying? I paid her like, I don't know how much I paid her, but I paid her like every week.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically, so she paid for his food. She fed that, you know, y'all know Poppy. She fed that big nigga.
Right.
Hmm.
He's so handsome.
A homeschool coalition, where, like you said, you have a group of mothers, and that's happening around the country, where you do have a homeschool coalitions where you got parents that come together and they take turns with homeschooling each other's children. But we need more, even like charter schools. You know, they came out with the charter schools back in the 80s.
Snatched them away. They snatched them all away.
Yeah.
So the charter is kind of, the homeschooling is kind of sort of like a little form of chartering school, because you're doing it from your home. You're not doing it in a brick and mortar. Now, if we had the right curriculums, school would be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it would be.
We did this bullshit ass education is not teaching our youth shit.
They confusing
I said it.
I agree.
They confusing them.
Oh, we agree.
This is where we're at. This is what it has boiled down to, that we're forced, we're kind of, our backs are kind of up against the wall, because like you said, we have 1,001 things to do. And not saying that we can't, but we've been put in a compromising position,
right,
to not be able to be at home to teach our own children.
Yeah.
But we have to be creative and use our imagination and say that, what if the school system shut down? What then? You're gonna be forced to teach your child, or to find somebody or a group of coalition teachers and mothers to help educate your children.
Or do we even supplement their education though when they go to brick and mortar? Do we supplement their education? Do we be like, you got to read this, you got to read a book a month, or do we be like, you know what I'm saying? Do everybody give their kids stuff like that?
Yes, that's an excellent idea, but it's like, you know, you'd be doggy tired from that 9 to 5. You got to cook, you got to clean. It's like your mind be all over the place.
Your mental be messed up, yeah.
Relief to do what you can't. Sometimes people don't even see their children when they get off of work. The children is in the bed.
Right.
It's the same routine for years. And that's what the hell is wrong with a lot of these children.
And a lot of children,
they're not getting no damn attention.
Yes, and a lot of them use that in school. They bully people. They be mean. They be having attitudes, and because they don't see their mom or dad or nobody, they in the bed every day. They don't even see their mom or dad because they got to work as slave out here to try to make it and pay these bills.
It's hard. This is one of the most backwardest societies that we can imagine living in. This is not life, and this is not living. This is a struggle. This shit is ran asshole backwards.
And we don't have villages anymore.
We got them. We just don't.
They far and few between. Like when I was coming up, I never went to daycare. Never.
Didn't either. We had
my grandma kept me. My auntie kept me. I never seen a daycare. I can't even tell you what that is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always had my grandma's or my great aunt, you know what I'm saying, keeping me, and you know what I'm saying? And with that, you get that good seasoning from them old folks. You know what I'm saying? They show you how to cook, they show you how to do different things. And we don't have that. Like, grandmothers ain't the same age as our grandmothers used to be.
Right.
No, they're not.
They're 25 years old now, same
like grandma outside too.
You making them young.
Grandma outside too.
Do y'all feel that sex ed is grooming or educating?
I don't like the way they do sex education now.
No, I don't either.
I think it's most certainly probably grooming. It's nothing like when we was in school, you know what I'm saying, talking about sexually transmitted diseases, about reproduction, about your body parts. Now they're talking about, you know what I'm saying, your sexual orientation.
Right.
I was just about to say that.
They don't have no business teaching that anyway.
Right.
You teach that stuff at home. Ain't no schools got no business teaching no children nothing about nothing sexual.
I mean, but Tamar, some schools do need to teach that because some parents don't talk it.
I'm talking about the way that it is now. With all the sex trafficking, and all these teachers having sex with these students, they don't need to be teaching shit. Stay in time. I don't want you teaching my child nothing.
Right.
Let me try to show them kids firsthand. That's what they be doing.
And they be like, come here.
Let me show you.
Yeah, because it's a
Mine
lot
is
of
all messed up.
It's a lot of teachers and coaches and stuff that's sleeping with they
pedophiles.
kids, even the women, It ain't just the men, it's the women.
It's the women.
Teachers, coaches.
See more women than men.
Yeah.
It ain't more
women than men, but it's a lot of women. Should all parents, because if y'all notice, they ban the parents for like coming. You got to make an appointment and do all of that. You can't just you can't just pop up there like we used to pop up there and just like be able to watch what they're doing in class.
Really?
And if they don't allow that, you're not allowed to go back there. You're not.
You got to make appointments.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I wish my kids would say make an appointment to come up here and sit in this class because they acting the fool.
You can't just go. You can't just go.
You can't even go up there no more. You can't even go and sit up in the class.
That's crazy.
Because I was a popping up parent. I pop up in a minute.
I was a popping parent.
The way the schools are now, it's a lot of kids killing and doing shootings.
Right.
Schools. I don't know where it's coming from. I haven't seen a lot of black children do it, and I'm not gonna say it.
It's the bullying and the suicides and stuff for me.
Right.
Yeah. With these little kids that they got in here, that they you know what I'm saying, they be so young and figuring that their way out is to take their life because somebody bullying them. Like,
right.
They so stop. I'm not trying to
take it back to
children who's done anything like that. I'm not trying to just, you know what I'm saying, be insensitive or anything like that. But these kids are soft.
Right. But I think schools need to take it back to K to 5th grade. 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th graders need to be together. That's junior high. And they need the 9th graders and the 12th graders. They need to take it back to that.
Yeah.
That is so true.
When they started putting everybody all in one building, that's when stuff went bad too. But it was also bad when they took out swatting.
Yeah.
It was so bad when they brought up 2.1 kids.
I ain't like that swatting shit. I wasn't going.
I didn't like that either.
I wasn't going. You swat me.
I don't think that you have a right to put your hand.
You swat me, I'm punching you in your
It wasn't even fear. Able to swat, you know what I'm saying? You being swatted. It was the idea,
right,
that if I do X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna get a swat. For me, it was a deterrent.
Right.
Yeah.
That's some other kids that's as bad as hell that you can't help it. They're gonna do what they want to do. But you know what I'm saying? You know right from wrong and good from, you know what I'm saying, and good from bad and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? When you were a child going in school, I knew that. I know everybody else knew it too. You know what I'm saying? It ain't rocket science. So it was just a deterrent. Like, instead of me going up here and being in conflict with somebody that I don't like, for what?
Well, my mama, y'all met my mama. My mama raised me very well, but I used to get picked on by grown ass teachers. So
you must have had that.
I actually fought. No, I was quiet.
Oh, you was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got picked on by teachers in school because I was quiet. They tried to put me in special education and all kind of shit because I was quiet. Really? But I did my work. Oh yeah, I went through some shit. My mama will tell you some stories. And I actually fought a teacher.
Oh.
I did.
Did you whoop my ass? No,
I did. I mean, they pulled me off of her and all that. You know what I'm saying? But I actually fought a teacher, and it wasn't because it wasn't because I was raised wrong or my mom wasn't doing the right thing at home. So it's not always about the parents. It was about them picking on me, and my mom didn't know. And then they'll call my mom and tell her a whole nother story and make it out like it was me when it was really them picking on me as an adult and I was a child.
Right.
So I wasn't going for that shit at a young age. So sometimes it be the teachers.
Yeah, it do.
It do. You know what I'm saying? It does. I don't know. I'm a hands-on parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm the parent that's at the school for parent, you know what I'm saying, parent teacher conference, meet the teachers, and yeah, you see me and I don't play none of the time.
That they got to cross every T and dot every I and even they J.
Explain to me what happened and why it happened and what went on or whatever. I'm not gonna automatically say my child was in the right, but make it make sense to me.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna ask you some questions. And if it don't seem right, then me and you can go ahead and step outside. Because I'm grown, they not. You know what I'm saying? I fight your fights with these teachers, not my kids. I used to tell my kids, like, don't say nothing to them. Don't do nothing. You call me. You come to me. Tell them you're going to feel good and go to the nurse's office and you call me and tell me what the hell's going on.
Exactly. See, Els, that's how me and you, we was doing that.
Yeah. I'd be like, don't give them no reason because they gonna want, that's what they want. You call me. Let me do that. Don't say nothing. My mouth fly. My mouth way flyer than yours, and I ain't even gotta say no bad words.
And I'm at the age that I can get fly.
That part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and y'all met my mom, so y'all know she wasn't playing. Y'all know I wasn't raised wrong. So, like I said, it's not all about it's my mother. Like, I look up to my mom. She taught me very well.
Right.
But I was picked on because of my name, because of my last name, because I had locks. I was picked on by grown ass teachers.
My sons, they went through that with their peers.
Yeah, I was picked on. So the teacher grabbed me up for no reason, and I punched her. Like, get off of me, like, because she picked on me. She treated me wrong, and then she'll call my mom and lie.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew she was lying because that ain't what happened. You were treating me a certain way because it was a white teacher. You were treating me a certain way because of because I was different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because my name was Yahasha, but you couldn't say my name right.
You know
what I'm saying? I had locks and nappy hair and things like that, and I got treated. My mama got some stories for y'all, honey. They treated me wrong in school. Like, I was treated wrong by grown ass teachers. Like, this is some real shit. So when my kids went to school, they used to see me. The teachers seen me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Elle said, I stayed at the conferences. I stayed to see what was going on. I listened to my children when they told me the teacher was lying. Like, I knew my kids weren't lying. That's the same thing as my kids telling me they're being molested. I'm gonna believe them. I'm not gonna take it and make it like like my child is not lying when they're a child, telling me that they're being molested by a teacher or by a grown-up. It's too many of us throw that shit to the side and leave it and don't think nothing of it and allow our children to be molested by these people because they think, oh, you a kid. You're just saying that. They don't believe what their children are saying. I've never not believed. I have, because I know when they do be lying. I do.
Right.
I'm never gonna not believe my children if they told me that they were being molested or touched on from school or anything. I'm gonna believe them. I'm gonna believe them because it happens a lot. And it's been happening. So people need to listen to their children, and people need to go to schools, join the teacher. What is the join the, even though you work, get on the committee and let people know that you want to be part of your children's education, because that's what a lot of our adults now do not do. They go to school, the kids smell like weed, they smoking in the car before they drop the kids off, all of that. And the kids smoke weed before they like weed and everything. Like, if you know you're dropping your child off to school, don't smoke no weed in the damn car before you drop them off. You can smoke the weed when you drop them off. Don't do that. And it's a lot of
the weed with the kids.
Right. Nowadays, because like she said, your friends, people are friends with their children now. At 16.
Yeah.
You're my best friend.
Buddies.
You're my best friend. I hear a lot of, okay, am I wrong for this? But I hear a lot of people call their children their best friends, and the kids be like 6, 5 years old. They be like, my best friend.
Right.
That to their children at 6 years old. It's people calling their children their best friend at 6 years old. That's bad.
I just told my 28-year-old son, like, all right, I could classify you as one of my little friends, but not all the time, just sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You say you done graduated, you know what I'm saying, to be able to converse with your mom in a certain light or a certain manner, you know what I'm saying? But to still say that, like, I still go ahead and go upside your head. Don't get it twisted.
Right.
I think when we get older as adults, like me being my age, I am friends with my mom.
Yeah.
But I'm not friends like that. That's my mom.
Respect about it.
Tell her everything. I could tell her everything, but she talk too damn much. But she'll tell the whole family. And yeah, but anyway, so I can be friends with my mom, but a lot of things I feel she shouldn't be involved in because of her age, and I just don't think she need to know everything if it's not detrimental to life or death or something like that. Then she don't need to really know. You know, when we go through things with our siblings and you know certain things, I don't feel my mama need to know all that because if I tell her, she gonna tell the whole family about it and then say that shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Put another twist to it.
I'm calling my mama instantly, like, mine. Let's guess what your daughter done did.
I will, but I just know it's gonna get. I just know my mom, so I know she gonna tell it wrong too. You know, because they don't came. People can't tell me your mama said that. I'm like, that ain't even what happened. But you know, it's just, you know, my mom is my friend, but she's my mother first. Right. So I wouldn't disrespect her in no type of way when it comes to certain things, or like I do with my friends, like certain things I say to my friends and the way I act around my friends and cousins and family, I wouldn't do that around my mom.
Right.
And nowadays kids don't care. They do any and say anything around their parents. But you know, I just think what would you feel, Tamar? Because sometimes we be needing solutions, but it be so much stuff going on. It's like we could think of solutions, but is it gonna work? And how will we let it work? How will we put it out there to work when it comes to our children? What can we do to help these things work? As
what, parents?
Yeah, as parents, as just a village.
I think I'm gonna say this is that society. I'm gonna start with society. I'm gonna start with humanity. I'm gonna go from that to individuals. We really have to work on ourselves because we missed out a lot on that from generation to generation, not focusing on self. We have all been traumatized. We've been abused, misused, hit on and forgot about. We live in a trauma-based world where the system that we live under is a trauma-based system where we're working 9 to 5 to stay alive. We're abandoning our children 8, 9 hours a day to go make somebody else rich. We got to look at the totality and look at the realness of the way this shit is designed. It's not fit for kings and queens. This is not our reality. We're living and working under duress, under somebody else's reality. So if we can come from under the spell and the programming that we've been under for so many generations, this is going to be the fruit of our labor, which is really nothing. It's nothing. We don't own a collective university, a hospital, banks, and it's not to save humanity. It's not to uplift humanity. This is all about self. It's about you, what you gonna do. Because as we see collectively, even in our own homes, there's no unity. There's no unity. you can probably unify with a few family members, few like-minded friends or girlfriends, but as a collective village, it's damn near null and void.
Right.
So the thing is to get to self. Do what you need to do for yourself, and then make an effort to work on your children. I don't care how old they are. And then you invest that energy into your grandchildren. Because when I say we 100 years in the rear, we still ain't got shit. So we got a lot of soul searching to do. And when I say we ain't got shit, I'm not talking about physical shit, because we got houses, cars, we got clothes and jewelry. But to me, that ain't shit.
Right.
Have love
It's
for
material.
Self.
Yeah.
We don't have love. We don't have true love for our children. That's why they off the damn chain.
Yeah,
they running around running amok. Because we are losing. And that's because we ain't focusing on ourselves. Trauma that needs to be healed, that we ignore the trauma. Because why we got to go to work from 9 to 5? We got to go pick this cotton. We got to send our children to these prison pipelines. We got to, you know what I'm saying? We have to pay these bills. And the word bill is spelled B-I-L-L. B-ill. We sick of them. We sick of these bills. They make us
I ain't never thought about that.
Ill. You know, so it's a lot.
Never thought about that.
It's like I'm so fed up with it. If I can go off to some island somewhere and be like, y'all can have this shit. I'm sick of it. But I'm here. This is where I'm at. And I have to navigate through it until I can find some sort of peace of mind for myself and figure out where I want to be in the next 5 years, the next 10 years. I don't want to be doing this shit. Going to work, paying bills, going through this, the politics, the Epstein file. Damn.
Oh, that's another podcast. Oh, listen. So before we get off of here, we gonna talk about that. I want to talk about that. I do. The Epstein, the shit I done seen, baby. That rhyme. The Epstein, the shit I done seen. I'm about to get in the booth. You hear me? Right, you hear me? So, real quick, y'all, before we get off of here, if schools disappear tomorrow, would you trust yourself to fully educate your child?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, that's what we need to know then. What you feel, Tamar? I know you will.
Oh yeah, I had homeschooled the first group of children that I had, and I had even hired a teacher to homeschool my first 3. And then the other ones, I kind of start slowly putting them in school because it was a lot. Like I had a whole tribe, so I'm like, all of y'all can't stay home.
Right.
Y'all got to get the hell up out of here.
Right.
But I would definitely homeschool my children.
I don't want to I wouldn't want to. I'm gonna be honest. I just wouldn't want to. But if I had to, I would. And I think I could do half and half. Like they could go to school half a day and they come home and get homeschooled the other. I could do half, but the whole day, I would rather them go to school. And but everybody different, you know what I'm saying? But I just would rather them go into the school, like Crystal said, to be around other, because sometimes the kids come off weird when they're not around other children or outside in the world. They kind of come off a little different to me. I know people that homeschool their kids. Their kids do not go to school. They homeschool their kids, and their kids are smart as hell. They just they are, when it comes to other kids, they antisocial. They don't really deal with what their siblings.
Right.
Which is nothing wrong with that, but I would rather the children, but then again, children are cruel. So I don't know. It's just, kids are cruel. They crueler than,
I went to brick and mortar school, and I'm still antisocial for real. I really don't like people.
Okay.
And with that being said, Tamar will be having her own show coming up soon.
Okay, Tamar.
Yeah, she'll have her own show coming up soon. And she gonna talk about whatever. She got a lot of shit.
I'm talking about everything.
Yeah, she got a lot of shit. When I tell you a lot of shit, I said, woo-wee. I'm gonna let you keep that for when you get started.
I want folks to call in.
It'll be once a month.
I want folks to engage, and I want remedies to the problems that we have within ourselves and,
Right.
as a collective people.
Right.
Where are the solutions? We talk about men and women in relationships. We talk about these badass children.
Mm-hmm.
Pedophilia.
What's the solution?
Where are some of the solutions?
Right.
Problems. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'll be doing something. We'll be coming on Sunday for a special feature for us. It's a stage play. So if y'all want to check that out on the 27th of February and the 28th, that I will be interviewing the host and the people that's the actress and the actresses on Sunday coming up on the 22nd. We're gonna do Sunday and have it's called Delusional, the stage play. It says that it's gonna be in Fairfield on the 27th and the 28th, with the couple actors like from Tubi and a lot of people, talented Black artists. So we will have them on Sunday the 22nd. So y'all tune in. It's gonna be something different. It's gonna be for them. I made sure I opened it up for them to do it on day to day. So we will be having them on the Delusional cast.
Okay.
Play on Sunday, y'all. So make sure y'all tune in. I'll be advertising a little bit more about it once we get into that. And then we're gonna have on Wednesday next week, Drip Queen. She's gonna come up here and we're gonna interview her. She's a rapper. She got great music. You know, we always do artists, so
right.
And things like that. So she'll be up here on next Wednesday, y'all. So make sure y'all be able to come so we can ask our questions. And yeah, with that being said,
can I read
any questions?
Oh, she want to read, huh? What you say, Crystal?
We don't got no man questions.
Oh, I didn't ask. Let me ask real quick because he should.
Right quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The Village of Woodlawn Parks and Recreation and the City Kwanzaa Committee will be having the 5th annual Black Wall Street Marketplace Expo, which is this coming Saturday, February the 21st, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. It will be at Woodlawn Recreation Center. It's a free community event. There will be vendors, entertainment, a fashion show, live entertainment, vendor food, and a panel discussion.
Okay.
So if y'all not doing this, and I will be performing. Okay. So if y'all not doing nothing this Saturday, come out and support.
Yeah, it was really nice last year.
How much they charge for the vendors?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll check. I'll call Leah. Yeah, I'll check with Leah. If it ain't on the flyer, I'll check with her. Because I go up there and vend. I got plenty of stuff.
They should.
But yeah. With that being said, though, I appreciate y'all, Twin, Crystal. Oh, we got a man question. He coming in.
He's sliding in.
Oh, the sliding on in there.
And simple.
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah.
Want to make this question short and simple. So, based on what y'all been seeing and what you guys know, with the hair products, you guys know that it's actually causing cancer. The perms and everything, the chemicals seeping right into your skin. If you guys know that this is a problem and that's going on, and it's been going on for years, why do you women still do it?
Because some women programmed to have that sweet, soft hair.
Yeah, vanity.
Yeah.
Vanity.
It's a vanity and ignorance.
It's conditioning to me.
Yeah, programming.
It's conditioning.
When you so used to eating a certain way, living a certain way, doing a certain thing, those are habits that's hard to break.
Exactly.
And that's with anything: sex, alcohol, weed, drugs, prostitution, hoeing. When you've been doing that shit for a long time, those habits are very hard to break.
They second nature. They just like breathing.
Yeah, women has this false sense of beauty, thinking beauty is on the
most
outside.
important.
And of course, we want to look beautiful and feel beautiful for ourselves and for our mates. But beauty starts within. That's the true beauty, is within. The artificial hair and the nails and the perms and all of that, that's part of something that we picked up a very long time ago. Passed generation to generation. And it's just something that women is not going to let go because they feel like they really be looking good.
But it makes a lot of them crazy.
Yeah, it does. And it causes, they said that it's causing uterus cancer and other health issues.
Uterine and ovarian cancer.
Yeah, and the hairdressers, not to talk about my hairdressers. I got a lot of family members and everything that's hairdressers. They don't want to lose out on their little money. Shit, they feel like
provide service.
If
I know some styles that be like, I don't do perms. I don't do relaxers.
Right. I just do natural. It's some that just do strictly natural. Like when I was doing my stuff, I did natural, but I did the braids, which was the synthetic hair. But I put synthetic hair on my locks, and it itched the shit out of me.
Yeah, even that the synthetic hair has its health issues associated with that.
When I get synthetic hair, I wash it first because it itches so bad when you just put it straight in your hair.
Yeah, it itch you, like it's very irritating and shit like that. So,
and that comes from chemicals that's in it. Because when you wash it and soak it in some apple cider vinegar and all that, you will see that white film come out.
That's crazy.
So I'm gonna say this: men, don't ask us questions like that, because us as women, I'm just being silly, baby. Because us as women, we're gonna still do those things, even though we know.
BBL.
That's the same thing with eating certain foods. We know that these foods are not good for us, but we still do it because we like
what they say, we gonna die from something anyway.
Exactly.
It's always an excuse on.
But see,
I can't stand that. I can't stand people say that.
Right.
That statement right there, we're already dead.
Right.
Was born dead. So we want to come alive. That's what we want to do. We want to live, because this is not living. This is struggle. This shit is not even real. This is an illusion of living. The real living is living from the land and having a peace of mind. That's living.
Exactly.
This is death. This ain't living. So they say we're gonna die from anything. We want to live for something, not die for nothing.
This ain't even the good. This life right here ain't even the end goal though. So
Say that, L. Say that.
This ain't even the
Els be talking that mess, girl. Els, you be talking that stuff too. Crystal do. I love this podcast. I love y'all. But yeah, make sure y'all pay attention to these jewels, because it's be jewels, most definitely. Everybody, some type of jewel that we always talk about, even if it's messy. We put them jewels out there on Women Wednesdays. Make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday, every Monday. Shout out to Star Quality. Shout out to Busy One Radio. Shout out to Worldwide Collaboration. Shout out to Men Motivational Mondays and Women Wednesdays, of course. And we out of here.
All right. Love y'all.
I got a big man, smash, still up on the block getting more cheddar cheese, getting more money than that, load the rest of these. Yeah, true accolades and academics, rough, rugged, wild boy from start to finish. Don't finish with all my 10 toes, put my Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She one of a kind. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. This is hard to find. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She like my lights. I like her eyes. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She one of a kind. Can't get her off of my mind.
She one of a kind, yeah, she's fine. 2 times time, yeah, she down. Getting this money, she stay in line. Yeah, she gon' grind all the time, okay. Get this money, okay, okay. Ain't no play, gon' play with my bae. She just wanna go hard for that K. So she gon' hit and go make it work. Go ahead, get the money. Go ahead, get the money. Go ahead, treat yourself to something. Go ahead, treat yourself to something. Girl, you fine like a ticket to something. Girl, they quiet like crickets or something. They ain't posted, they mention for nothing. They hard for something. Your beauty is something. Waist don't slam me, your ass on junkie. I hate it, gon' hate, but they ain't getting nothing. 10s, 20s, 50s, and 100s. You gon' get that money and gon' get it jumping. You know you on track the way that you run it. Credit score over 800. And when you out, you get 100 comments. That's something they gotta acknowledge.
Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She one of a kind. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. This is hard to find. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She like my lights. I like her eyes. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She one of a kind. Can't get her off of my mind. 5'5", brown eyes, long hair, thick thighs, dressed like Mary J. Blige. Beautiful on the inside and outside. Pretty when she wake up. She don't need no makeup. Princess cut diamonds on her neck. You can tell, baby, caked up. Plus she got a couple businesses, right her own pay stub. She ain't gotta chase nobody. Everybody chase her. And her beauty so bold. When God made her, he done broke the mold. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. She one of a kind. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. Goddamn, she fine. This is hard to find.